So the Black News Channel is a network dedicated to black people telling you black people news that nobody cared about, nobody was interested in, nobody even bothered to pay attention to, even though the host has about 500,000 followers and he couldn't get a lot of people to watch his own bullshit that only got prominence where they could able to tell you something about white people being bad or something about a trial regarding a white person facing a punishment. Anything else, nobody was invested in. And you just have to think for a moment. If all you got that your claim to fame is talking about few cases where a white person is being punished, yet in any other aspect, nobody cares, it speaks to how much dedication is actually going into your news channel. And it's funny how after all this short period of time of about 3-4 years, the network's getting shut down because it's a sunk cost. Shad Khan's Black News Channel is shutting down. Black News Channel, the TV news series that launched in early 2020 to be a voice for people of color, keep that in mind, is ceasing operations Friday afternoon. A memo to employees from BNC's chief executive, Princil Hare, which is a glorious name, confirmed the Times' earlier report of the closure plans. The company is filing for bankruptcy and live programming will end at 2 p.m. PDT and 5 p.m. EDT. The channel will air repeats for the rest of the month. The Tallahassee, Florida-based outlet, whose majority stakeholder is Jacksonville Jaguars owner Shad Khan, failed to meet payroll on Friday, a day after telling employees that paychecks would be delayed. The announcement means BNC's staff of 230, a vast majority of whom are people of color, are out of work. They have been told benefits will last through the next week and there will be no severance pay, according to one person briefed on the plans. Khan was no longer willing to invest further, according to people briefed on the matter. The channel has been shopped to a number of media companies, including Byron Allen's Entertainment Studios, but there was no takers. The company endured several rounds of layoffs in recent months. During the past few months, we have endured very painful workforce reductions at all levels of the network as we work to achieve our financial goal of a break-even business. This has forced all of you to do more with less, and your contributions have been remarkable. Unfortunately, due to challenging market conditions and a global financial pressures, we have been unable to meet our financial goals, and the timeline afforded to us has run out. Black News Channel was conceived by a group headed up by former U.S. Representative J.C. Watts and media executive Bob Brilliant, which is another glorious name. The channel launched after Khan made a $50 million investment in 2019, making him the majority shareholder. This is where it gets great for me. The channel reached more than 50 million cable and satellite households, but was unable to generate a significant audience. The entity entered the cable news landscape at a time when consumers were shifting away from traditional TV. Most video-based TV startups and niche services are turning to streaming platforms. The average audience for BNC was fewer than 10,000 viewers. The failure to meet payroll and the expected announcement of a shutdown stunned and angered employees at the channel. Many of the staffers came to BNC from larger established news organizations because they believed in the mission of a TV service that provided news and information for a diverse audience. AKA, they left all that money just for some diversity, and it didn't work. And I don't like using this catchphrase. I leave that to the people who are more dedicated to things actually being woke, but this is a prime example of going woke and going broke. Because how can somebody with a job at, let's say, CNN, and they're making a lot of money, see the opportunity to work at this diverse landscape known as BNC? You walk in, you get hired, you see all these black men, black women, black interns, and you think this is going to be the thing that change the news world, and you getting beat out by people with haircuts where half their head is shaved, a dude sitting in a chair, some comic book muscular man from Texas, and a dude wearing a Kirby hoodie. You should be embarrassed that you gave up the opportunity to be a well-paid news anchor, journalist, weather girl, whatever, to work for something that was a sunk cost. There should be no way any news network that is cable oriented to 50 million homes is getting beat out by me. You have 10,000 viewers. I'm ranking in about 20,000 on a video per average. That is embarrassing. And it speaks to a lot of things. The credibility of the news network and what it is they promote, what it is they get, what it is they put on, who it is they bring on, and what did they talk about, and what exactly is the audience. I don't care who watches my videos. You got all these losers whining about how all I got is a white audience. I got black people that come around and watch me all the time. I got black people that jerk off to me. And it's funny how I don't care who watches my videos, and I'm making some views, I'm getting some money, I'm having a fun time, but it's people dedicated to having a specific type of audience watch them and cater to them and love them, and they're barely breaking even. They're not even breaking even. And couldn't you imagine that level of failure in all of their hearts, that they tried so hard to have a base in Tallahassee and it didn't even work out? Oh, such a shame. But BNC, which delayed its launch a few times, had to overcome some early stumbles. When Watts announced the network, he signaled that it would have a conservative slant, which likely turned off a large segment of the potential audience. He touted a possible show with right-wing radio host and former California gubernatorial candidate Larry Elder. And I don't know much about Larry Elder other than he's a black man that a lot of people hate, and some white woman wearing a gorilla mask threw an egg at him. But I do know he pulls in a lot of views. He pulls in a lot of networks. So it would have been smart for somebody to look at Larry Elder and say, hey, why don't you come on in and be this voice for us? And we could have this section dedicated to you and you can make all this money. But apparently having somebody with different viewpoints that's black, no. We can't have that coon in on this. Let's bring in Amanda Seales to talk about her great docuseries, Everything's Gonna Be All White. And all the people that like to hate on it who are black, well, I guess they're just haters and they don't have the real experience or whatever bullshit she said. The company also had to deal with a class action discrimination lawsuit filed by former and current female employees. The suit alleged that women were being paid less than their male counterparts and that managers complained that they were insufficiently feminine. What? Y'all not being diverse? Y'all not respecting the women? Y'all not giving equal pay? Y'all treating the women like less? No wonder nobody is watching y'all. How dare y'all disrespect these black women, the most disrespected group in American history? And you look at them and you say, I cannot pay them the same amount as I pay Mark Lamont Hill, which I like to deem him as Don Lamont Jr. because he's just as pathetic. I can't imagine being around this diverse culture and not getting the diversity you were asking for. Shocking. Hare, a veteran news executive who once headed CNN's U.S. operations, was brought in after the launch and made the channel look more like the established cable news outlets, mixing breaking news coverage during the day with opinion programs at night. And I just want to say, to wrap that up, it all failed because of a plethora of different reasons, but I'll sum it up by how everyone else does it. Go woke, go broke. All the ideas you had, all the schemes you tried to make work, all the random moments where you were actually paying attention to actual news, when BLM tried to get everybody to care about black dollars and, black lives, and somehow walked away with $90 million and only talked about 3 black people that they could think of because those were the only ones that mattered in 2020, 2021, and even still in 2022. It didn't work, and color me shocked that it all failed like that. And yeah, I see Mark Lamont Hill complaining about people not getting paid, but ultimately I don't care because eventually you'll end up with your money. Eventually you and all the losers around you will get paid, and you'll try to work hard to go to some other network and try to make it as diverse as you possibly can be. And I just want this to be the teachable moment for everybody. Don't just try to make something for one specific group, because as much as people like to say support black business, make sure you support a black business, a lot of people don't do that. Black people don't do that. Now, whether if it's due to negative experiences with the business or they just don't care, you really can't figure out the one definitive reason other than, hey, might not be their cup of tea. And I'm sorry, a lot of black people ain't watching the news. I get that everybody likes to think black people care about all these different things, but ultimately it's more catering to the 15-second clips that they see on social media and their instant reactions and the blue check marks telling them how to feel and all that different shit. And so it's just funny that a dude who's wearing Christmas pajamas and a pink Kirby hoodie is sitting here pulling in more views because he actually knows how to provide something that's sustainable and is more credible than anybody on the Black News Channel. So with that all being said, happy hunting. I hope you all have what's coming to you. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.